so much for joining me on my program once again. I appreciate you wherever you're joining me from. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Accept my greeting according to your time zone. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please kindly subscribe to my channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified anytime I upload a video. You can be among the first to receive it. Then go to the comment section at all times. Leave your comment, drop your contribution. If you have suggestions, make it out there. If you have any criticism, put it down on the comment section. It will make us to get better, presenting you a better program. Thank you so much.
Biafran, wherever you are, we must stand up and face reality. We must continue to preach this message of Biafra and continue to stand firm. Do not allow anybody anywhere to distract you. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Because those of us who are Biafrans, we know whom we are. And we know the enemy we're up against. We must not give the enemy the chance, not a slight chance, to penetrate us or to do that which they are planning to do. There are so many conspiracies against the Biafran people, a whole lot of them. And the London boy, P2B, have equally added more salt to the injury. Today, you have seen the situation of the Biafran people in that contraption. You cannot open your mouth and make a speech and people will listen to you. Everything you say, they come against you. You're welcome, my beloved sister, Henrietta. Thank you so much for joining. But we will continue to say what we are saying. We will continue to speak up. We continue to speak up. Our condition in that contraption today is nothing to be written home about. But what did they do? They planned together today to make sure they hold us down. For committing, what crime have we committed? The only crime we committed was that we tried to play our own role as citizens of that contraption. We tried to play our own role to participate in election as citizens, but they are seeing it differently. They are seeing us as different people, and they told us we cannot vote. The only reason why they say we cannot vote is that because we are not Nigerians. I want every Biafra to get that in their head. We are not Nigerians. If we were to be Nigerians, nobody will stop us from voting. If we were to be Nigerians, nobody dare tell us not to vote. But because we are not Nigerians, we are Biafrans. They know it. Everybody in the old southeastern region, we are Biafrans. You can continue to pretend, continue to deny it, but that is the truth. In case you don't know, your enemy knows, and they will tell it to your face at all times. You saw what happened in Lagos State. When they were attacking the Igbos in Lagos State, they don't need to ask you if you are Igbo or not Igbo. As long as you are from the old southeastern region, with your fair complexion and your well-dressed appearance, you are an Igbo person. And that will tell you a lot. In that very attack that happened in Lagos, the only way they identify the Igbo people are the people that are doing well. Anybody you see that is well-to-do is an Igbo person. You are in trouble. That is how bad it is. One thing that is going to show you that the attack against us is out of envy and jealousy. Out of envy and jealousy. During the Lagos election, anybody that is well dressed, if you are well dressed, neat, fair complexion, and you're well to do, you are an Igbo person, they will attack you without asking you identity. They even go ahead to attack even their fellow Yorubas. They attacked fellow Yorubas whom they saw that looks like the Biafran people. And how do they look to Biafran people? They look like Biafran people because they are well dressed, they are fair in complexion, they are well to do, they have cars, the way they appear. Simple. Does that ring a bell to your ear? For you to be a Biafran, you should be proud of yourself. I am proud to be a Biafran, and you need to be proud to be a Biafran too. I owe nobody any apology as a Biafran. I am Igbo Biafran, a hardcore Igbo Biafran, and even in the next world, I will still come back as an Igbo Biafran. I'm very proud of who I am. I'm very proud of where God placed me. I'm very proud of the identity that God gave me. And in my next world, I will embrace it and embrace it and embrace it again. The only thing that they have against us is jealousy, envy. That is why they hate us. That is why they don't want us to be. Even when we are the ones making them look like being united. When you're talking about one Nigeria, the only thing, I say it and I say it with my head high, the only thing that made them to open mouth and talk about one Nigeria is the Biafran people. We are the ones holding the key, both in word and in action. In word, first of all, it was Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe that made sure that this so-called one Nigeria happened. It was an Igbo person. But what happened? Going forward, that was where the betrayal started, the hatred started, the attack started. They made him a ceremonial president. Coming forward, Igbos tried so many times, the Igbo Biafra tried so many times to rescue this very contraption. At the end of the day, what it brought was death, propaganda, and blackmail. Every move you make, blackmail. Every move you make, they blackmail you. Today, a Biafran cannot open mouth and make a speech and go free. It's either you have been locked up, or your life is taken away from you, or you're chased out to exile. That is the situation of Biafra. So how can any sensible person continue to condone that? Your fellow citizens will say a word, nobody will react. But once you open your mouth to say your own, it becomes a different issue. Everybody come against you. How long shall we continue to tolerate that? How long? For how long shall we continue to act like slaves in our own land? It is sad, but that is the situation. But are we going to allow that situation to continue? We will not allow such situation to continue. That is why we are taking a bold step. And in that bold step, I tell you, Biafran restoration, it is no longer on internet. The restoration of Biafra is on ground. Both on diplomatic, the diplomatic speed now is higher than ever. The kind of diplomatic move the Biafra struggle is making today is unlike before. And those of them who think that we have nothing to offer, that the agitators are making noise, that the autopiloted IPOB are troublemakers, they don't know what they are doing, they are distractors. Some of them come and say that they are haters of Biafra. I laugh. Could you imagine? The criminal Ohanes Ndigbo that doesn't have any gut. They don't even have the gut to defend their own people that are being destroyed today. Today, properties of Biafran people are destroyed in Imo State. The military are taking life of Biafran people on daily basis, mounting unnecessary roadblocks everywhere, attacking Biafrans. This useless Ohanes Ndigbo that made that speech could not come out to defend them. They don't even have the balls. They don't even have the balls to issue a statement in defense of their own people. They don't have the balls. But where do they have their energy? When they heard that the Biafran people have chosen the Prime Minister of the Biafran government in exile, all hell break loose. They say we are miscreants, we are not relevant. But yet, why are you worried? Why are you disturbed? Because the Biafran people chose a Prime Minister. Why are you worried? You heard that Biafran people chose a Prime Minister in Biafran government in exile. The Biafran government in exile chose a Prime Minister. The Biafran people accepted him, welcomed him. They celebrate him. And you are troubled. Since you don't want to be part of it, why don't you pretend as if you didn't hear it? Why don't you ignore it? Pretend as if it's not happening. Since it's a joke. But what did they do? They began to have sleepless nights. They have started having sleepless nights. I hope to the extent of coming to declare the Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile. They declared him wanted, dead or alive. That is how low they can go. That is how low they can go. And you think our Prime Minister is just another person you can just harass, or another person you can just frighten. When you say that, oh, he'll be shivering, he's not going to talk anymore. You have done worse than that. You started by putting $50,000 bounty on his head. From $50,000, you made it $100,000, which I know that you can't afford. You can't afford it. You that is putting $50,000 bounty on someone's head. You don't even have a house where you can hold a meeting. Ohanes Ndigbo today don't have a hall in the whole of Igbo land. They don't have any investment to their name. Let's take the cheapest investment, a hall, where they will say whenever they want to have a meeting, they will gather there. In Igbo land, it doesn't exist. And these are the people that will come out shamelessly and put a bounty on the son of the land. The person that Chukwu Okikabia himself have chosen to rescue his people. And when they did all those shenanigans, it wasn't enough for them. Today, what are they doing? They are calling for the head of the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile. Even though they call him a child, they say he doesn't know anything, he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't have any effect. But you are crying. You are crying blood. You are running helter-skelter. The zoo is running up and down. They are having sleepless nights. I tell you, more is coming. More is coming. Wait for it. Just pray you can be able to stand what is coming, because Biafra is leaving Nigeria in this year, whether you like it or not. You heard our spokesperson. We are going to bring Biafra from diaspora. He has written to the United Nations. He wrote a letter to the United Nations. His first move as the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile. So many other diplomatic meetings are going on as we speak. Diplomatic meetings are going on as we speak with countries. He's meeting leaders of countries. Many important personalities are holding meetings with him, representing Biafra. And you are there. You are there in your little cage in that zoological republic, and you are making noise. You are there. Your press man who is a jobless man, why don't you use that $50,000 you are placing into, at least equip that man that is writing that very press statement so that he can have a job? Maybe when he has a job, he'll begin to think, well, why don't you invest that $50,000 in your members so they can have a job? But I tell you, Chukwu Okikabia have given the mandate, and that mandate, nobody can truncate it. We are going to succeed. This year, Biafra is going to come. And we continue to confess it until you will see it with your own eyes. And we continue to confess the coming of Biafra this year until you will see it before your own very eyes. It's going to happen. The same way you wake up and you saw that the Biafran government in exile have a prime minister and you are crying. The same way you saw that prime minister sprang up, that is the way you wake up one day and you will hear that Biafra have been declared. The same way you heard that the Biafran government in exile have been activated, that is the same way you wake up and you will hear that Biafra have been declared and the territory is about to be defended. You will hear it. And just like my spokesperson said, that even in the midst of the movement, some of them will still be writing. Some of these idiots, they will still be writing to Nigeria. They will still be writing to Nigeria, thinking that they are in Nigeria. Meanwhile, Biafra have been declared. Some of them will be busy, thinking that they are in Nigeria, not knowing that we are gone. And it will happen. That is exactly what is going to happen. Some of them today, you see them, they are still busy ranting on different angles. They are still busy talking trash. They are still busy gossiping from one angle to the other. And I bet you that some of them will remain in that gossip. They will be in that gossip. Before they know it, Biafra will be declared. And some of them will even be in Biafra and still they will be writing to Nigerian government while they are already in Biafra. That is why you see some of them today, with all the progress that is being made, they still cannot see Biafra coming. Some of them, with all the progress that we can see before our own very eyes, some of them, they are still blind. They are still blind. They cannot be able to read between the lines. Some people are still, even as at this stage, when the Biafra government in exile have been activated, we have a prime minister, and the prime minister is making moves. He has written to the United Nations. Yet, there are still people who are still busy gossiping. People are still busy gossiping, keeping themselves, thinking that it is the former era. We are in a new era. The new dimension that Mazen Nandekano talks about has been opened fully activated. Because of your wickedness, because of your stupidity, because of your myopic mind, you cannot see it. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu prophesied it, and he said it. That Mazi Simon Ekpa is bringing in the new dimension. We should follow him. We should listen to him. We should share his videos. Listen to every single statement he makes. Some of us cannot comprehend that fact. This is a very strong truth before you that you must embrace, whether you like it or not. If you choose not to embrace it, you'll be left behind. As it stands today, that new dimension that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saw and was very happy, he embraced it and preached it. It has been activated fully. Today, Biafran's struggle is not only on social media as I'm talking. That is why we are no longer bothered. Even when we come online, if it's only 1 or 2 or 3 people that are listening, we are okay. It is no longer time for you to begin to trouble yourself on what to do. No. Today, Chukwu Okike have taken charge, and he is the one passing the message across. He's the one sending the information across, making sure that people that will be met are being met, making sure that we reach out to people that are supposed to reach out. And if you think you can stop it, you are wasting your goddamn time. We are in era where Biafra has become a reality. The new dimension, fully operational now. The new dimension is fully operational with speed, on a very high speed. And that is why you see some people are shaking. Some cannot hide their fear. Look at Ohaneze Ndigbo. Ohaneze Ndo Shinandama, they cannot hide their fears. Look at them shivering. They say he doesn't matter. They say he's inconsequential. They say he's nobody. But yeah, you are shivering. You are shivering. When you hear that the Biafran government in exile have gotten a prime minister who has gone forward to approach the United Nations, a prime minister holding meetings with governments of the world in the name of Biafra, a prime minister who has now opened a liaison office in the United States. We now have a liaison office in the United States. If you want to discuss Biafra, you want to see Biafra, you want to see Biafran government in Israel, you can go to the United States. We have an address. Everything is there. And very soon, many other countries will be announced. So many other countries, liaison offices have been activated. And they are shivering. Instead of them to wake up, repent of their sin, and key in into the struggle, they don't want to key in because of their envy and jealousy. And they thought it is like business as usual. You cannot kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa. The case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was because Chukwu Okike permitted it because of this new dimension. You were able to kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because Chukwu Okike himself permitted it so that the new dimension will be fully open without any distraction. So that this Department of Saboteur, the evil men that surrounded Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that are hindering him, will be wiped away. That was why Chukwu Okike permitted the kidnap of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But in this era, if you think you can be able to kidnap Mazi Simon Ekpa, sorry. Your name is sorry. Sorry to disappoint you. As you are planning your kidnap and so you're putting your ransom, you will wake up and realize that you are now in Biafra. You will wake up one day, you will realize that you are in Biafra and you are addressing Nigerian government. It is going to happen. Some of those clowns who never read between the lines, they will wake up and they will be in Biafra. In Biafra, and they will be addressing Nigerian government. They will talk to Nigerian government to come and fight for them in Biafra, not knowing that they are already in Biafra. It is going to happen. It has started already. The only thing you can do for yourself today is for you to key in. Key in and ask Chukwu Okike to forgive you. Change your mind and ask Biafran people to forgive you. If Biafran people forgive you, who are we? For us, we know the enemy that we are fighting. The enemies we are fighting are not Biafran people. Our core enemy are not Biafran people. The enemy we are up against are not Biafrans. They are not our brothers and sisters. They are not. Our brothers and sisters are just a distraction. Are just willing to, some of them who have made themselves willing tool in the hand of the enemy to continue to create distraction. And we have noticed that, and we are no longer paying attention for all those distractions. They can continue to go online and sing for all I care. Go and write your press statement for all I care. It doesn't stop us from doing what we want to do. Mazin Nandekano say you can gossip from morning till night. Gossip. Your gossip cannot stop him from traveling. Your gossip cannot stop him from doing what he wants to do. Your gossip cannot change the dimension. So go ahead and continue to gossip while we are on a serious business to restore Biafra. Because that is the mandate that we must uphold. Regardless what any man does, no matter what anyone says, no matter the blackmail and propaganda and attack, we will continue to uphold that which is right. We will continue to hold on that very struggle. Firm. Restoration of Biafra. Our freedom. It comes first. Today, our call for referendum has gone on a different level, on a diplomatic mode. The Biafran government in exile have activated a lot of things, some that have not mentioned to you. So many things are going on which cannot be mentioned online. And that is why I'm telling you, a time will come when you will see some people thinking that they are still in Nigeria, not knowing that they are in Biafra. Those of them who are very good in questioning and castigating us or not, they will be in Biafra and they will still be calling on Nigerian government. Is that not funny? But it is what it is. I thank Chukwu Abiyama, who has given us somebody like our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano. In every of my broadcasts, I will always give my respect to Mazen Nandekano. He did a great work. Our supreme leader, Mazen Nandekano, wherever he is, he will always have our respect. He will always have our respect. He did a marvelous job for more than a decade. It's not easy to take us this far. It is not easy. Seeing everything that Mazen Nandekano have passed through, seeing the kind of people who has walked around Mazen Nandekano, seeing the kind of people who Mazen Nandekano has confided in, people who he has confided in far and close, people who he has been eating with, it is only God's grace that made him to survive for this decade that he has fought for Biafra. Only God's grace that kept Mazen Nandekano alive to this minute. If Mazen Nandekano was not on a mission, if his mandate is not from Chukwu Abiyama, he would have gone long ago. But he took all the pain. He took all the bullets, took all the attack, and up to today, he's still alive and standing. And I bet you, Mazen Nandekano is going to raise the flag of Biafra. It doesn't matter what he do. He has done his part. And he handed over to the new dimension. And today, in that new dimension, Mazen Nandekano has created every awareness. Today, the diplomatic moves, the diplomatic awareness is what is going on now as you're watching. Diplomatic awareness. And the United Nations is listening. They are paying attention. Countries are paying attention. Discussions are going on about Biafra. This is the right time. Why the Zoological Republic is in confusion. Why they are confusing themselves in the Zoological Republic with the London boy. Why the London boy is setting them in confusion. We are busy doing the needful to set Biafra apart. And it's going to happen. That is why I tell you, if you are a Biafran and you feel that the auto-piloted IPOB under the spokesmanship of Mazi Samanepa, the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, and on the leadership of Mazen Nandekano, if we feel that we are on a high speed, you can't be able to join us, there is no problem. It is not by force. Form your own group. Focus on what you want to do. Whatever thing you want to do, just focus on it and pursue it. We are good to go. We will not fight you. Don't fight us. Don't be a distraction. That area, that angle you know that is best for you, which you don't know, please gather your own people. Pursue it. The most important thing for us is Biafra. Just as Mazi Samaneko said, if you get the Biafra before us, we meet in Biafra land. If we get it before you, we also meet in Biafra land. Then, the Biafran people will judge. The law court of Biafra will speak for every one of us. for everything we have done in the course of pursuing the Biafra struggle. They are all on record. And I bet you, the social media never lies. That is one good thing. It's not like in 1967 when information were not there. It's not like in 1967 where the media was there. There was no record. So many things we are seeing now are stories being told. And most of the stories have been denied. But in the present age, you can't deny anything. Everything I'm talking online is recorded. Every program I make online is recorded. And they will stand before me when the time comes. Even if you delete it, we are keeping it down for you. Even if you delete it, when we need it, we call on Facebook. Facebook can bring them up. So there is nothing you put on social media that you can take back. That is how powerful social media is. The record. Social media is a diary, a heavy diary. A heavy diary. That certain times you say certain things and you forget. And when you forget, when the time comes, we are going to remind you. All we got to do is to play back. A playback. You see the politicians in Nigeria, how they are fooling themselves. See how they are fooling themselves, saying things today, the next minute they are saying a different thing. In a space of 1 year, somebody will be saying 3 different things, message at the same time. And what do? You just bring the 2 videos and you put them before them and they look, see how stupid they have looked. The social media today is powerful. There's nothing you can hide. No matter how you try to hide, it will be there staring you at your face when the time comes. That is why every one of us has to sit up. If you know what you will do to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality, start doing it. It must not be with the IPOB. It must not be with the autonomy. You must not like Master Simon Ekpa for you to pursue Biafra. No. It is not about liking Master Simon Ekpa. If you like him, that is a plus. But it's not about that person. Like, what we are talking about is the quality in him, what he can offer. That is where we are concentrating. You don't choose a leader because you love him personally as a human being. No. You choose a leader because of the quality in him, what he can offer. And that is why we embrace the Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile. We embrace him with our 2 hands because we know what he can offer. Tested and trusted. Since the kingdom of Mazen Nandekan up to date, we have seen him, how consistent he has been, how he has fought. Everything that come before him, he fought and he won. Both from home and abroad, spiritually and physically. Attack came from different angles. He defeated all. And today he's standing. Tested and trusted. It is because of his quality, that is why the Biafran people embrace him as the Prime Minister of Biafran government in exile. The spokesperson of Biafra. Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to keep him. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to empower him. May Chukwu Okikabiyama continue to strengthen him wherever he is. We will never go down. We will never go down. No matter what the enemy does, we will never go down. We will never give up. We will never hands up. We will continue to fight until the last man standing. We are on the right path. It is not time. Every Biafran, you have the right to talk about Biafra. The only time you are going to have a problem with us is when you are speaking against Biafra. If you don't want to fight for the struggle, no problem. Calm down. Just be calm. If you don't want to pursue Biafra struggle, you are comfortable in the zoo. No problem. There's nothing wrong about it. It's your choice. Be in the zoo. Support them, but do not attack the Biafran struggle. Don't. If you attack the Biafran struggle, you are going to be crushed. You will be definitely be crushed. And another thing is that if you are not comfortable, with the struggle, you're not comfortable with the way we are doing things, you are very free to create your own direction. You are very free to pursue it the way you want to pursue it. You are very free to forge your own angle and begin to do things the way you want to do it. All we ask, let everyone have the right to do what is needful for the coming of Biafra. Mazen Nandekano made it open that anything you know you can do to make sure that Biafra becomes a reality, go ahead and do it. That's instruction from our spiritual leader, Mazen Nandekano, and we must have to obey that instruction. That is the way to go. May Chukwu Okikabiyama guide and protect everybody that have been able to join me on this very platform today, no matter how little we are. All you got to do for me is to help and share this video. Share it so that it will get to other people. If you are in any WhatsApp group, share it in that WhatsApp group so that the people can be able to join us in our next broadcast tomorrow. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all the Biafran people, all the Oduduwan people, all the Metal veterans. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect all our men on the ground, the ESN. Guide and protect the BNL. Guide and protect our Liberation Army on the ground. Guide and protect all our media warriors, the Umada. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect every one of us. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect him, secure him, give him more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Continue to protect him, secure him spiritually and physically. That he will find this race, pursue this race until the last minute, and we are going to get victory for sure. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our supreme leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Wherever he is, we commit Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in the hand of Chukwu Okike for guidance, protection, provision, revelations, and wisdom. Very soon, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will join us, and he will raise the flag of Biafra. No weapon formed or fashioned against the Biafran people shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against our spokesperson, the Prime Minister of Biafra government in exile, shall prosper. No weapon formed or fashioned against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu shall prosper. Thank you so much for joining me on this very blue class. Thank you. Stay safe. We'll see you tomorrow. Remember blessed. Bye-bye.